Okay, then the next is WebEx. WebEx, the free version of WebEx will allow you to add only 100 participants, just like Google Meet, but it meeting will last for 50 minutes. Unlike Google Meet meeting can last for a 300 hours if you want to active your meeting for long time. So you can activate your meeting for the 300 hours. But in case of Cisco WebEx, if you're using a free version, after 50 minutes, the meeting will be disconnected and your participant need to connect again. So WebEx have divided, it's a video communication service developed by Cisco. It has divided its services into three parts, like WebEx meeting for a meeting purpose, then WebEx training for education purpose, then WebEx event for a workshops or seminar. So the basic difference between the three is that in WebEx meeting, we do not have the option of controlling the microphone of every participant, just like a Google Meet. But in case of a WebEx training, we do have options of controlling the microphone of each of the student, but still they can unmute their microphone at their end also. In WebEx event, we have a full-fledged option of controlling the microphone of each of the participant. You can, if you click on the mute all option, then no one will be able to switch on their microphone unless or until you allow them to switch on their microphone. So in the free version, they provide only WebEx meetings. For using WebEx training and events, you need to go to the paid version. So I'll show you here how to schedule a meeting. So when you're using for the first time, you need to click on start for free for sign up. So it will ask your name and email ID. So I've already signed in. So firstly, I'll explain you about the free version and I'll give you details about the paid version also. So basically, this is a home page of WebEx. So the difference, it has created my personal room at its own. So my personal room address will be same forever. So if I have to conduct a reoccurrence meeting, so I can use my personal room. You can either connect on start a meeting for an instant meeting and schedule a meeting if you want to schedule meeting for future. So I'll firstly click on start a meeting. Yes, in WebEx, you need to connect for the audio. So if you are using a desktop, then you can use a computer for audio. And if you're using a mobile device, then you can use the internet audio. For mobile phone, you need to download the app of Cisco WebEx. Similar is the case of Google Meet. So if you want to join meeting through mobile, then you need an application. Through mobile, you cannot schedule a meeting in Google Meet, but same in WebEx also. But you can create an instant meeting through mobile phones. So this is how Cisco WebEx meetings look. So you have the option of share content. You can have a privilege of sharing various windows. Like you can share a particular window, your Google Chrome. You can share your entire screen, PowerPoint, then whatever window at my system is open, you can share. So, but in free version, you do not have the option of sharing whiteboard. So in this also, you need to use the online whiteboards. Okay. You are also having the option of record a meeting, that is missing in case of the free version of Google Meet. But yes, that is present in the paid version of the Google Meet. So if you are using any enterprise version, you do have the option of record a meeting, and then that meeting will store in the cloud, Google Cloud only. So the cloud storage of Google is very good. It gives the 15 GB free storage in the free version. And if you are using the paid version, then it will give you a 30 GB for a business and 1 terabyte for a enterprise version. But in WebEx gives the cloud storage of only 10 GB. Whatever version you can use, it will give you a cloud storage of only 10 GB. So rest you have to download the meeting in your system also. So if you click on record a meeting, then it will ask the destination. Just the file. Always save in MP4 files because it is very difficult to convert. If it save in the WebEx file, then you need a ARF converter to convert the file to MPEG. Okay. So to invite a participant, you can go to invite and reminder. You can copy the mail IDs of the participants here and then send the invitation to them. There is one more good option in the WebEx is that lock meeting. So you can give a time of 15 minutes that your student can join between 11 to 11:15. So they will be in the waiting room till 11:15. So after 11:15 you just allow them to be in the meeting and then lock meeting. After that no one will be able to join the meeting. So this feature is missing in Google Meet and this is present in this Cisco WebEx meeting. This feature is also available in Zoom also and in GeoMeet also this feature is present. So similarly, if you want to connect any external microphone, speaker or camera, you can go to this setting and select your camera from here. So you can select your speaker if you want to connect the external speaker or the headphones. So you can select your speaker from here, microphone from here, and camera. If you want to connect external camera, there will be two options of camera here. So you can select either of the. There is one more thing. If you got disconnected in the meeting, right now I am a host. Here it is written, Monica Arora host. So if by chance some network problem is there and I got disconnected, then other person will get the role of the host. While we schedule a meeting, they ask us the option who is the alternate host. So we can give the name of alternate host. But if we are not giving any name, so it will select randomly any person and make them a host. So when you connect the meeting again, then you can reclaim your host role from here. So this option will be enabled then. So you can reclaim your host role from here. Just click on that option and you will be the host again. Okay, this was the instant meeting. Now I'll tell you about how to schedule a meeting on Cisco WebEx. Just click on schedule. Scheduling a meeting, if you schedule a meeting on a Google Meet, then that meeting will be active for a 300 hours. But in case of Cisco WebEx, the meeting will be active only for a 24 hours. After 24 hours, that meeting will disconnect and you need to schedule a meeting again for the next day. So what you have to do, just select the meeting type. We are using the free version, meeting topic, then again it's test. You can use the simple password 12345. So date and time. Both I'm going to schedule a meeting for a 26th July. Duration, as I am using a free version, so duration will be 50 minutes only. So whatever time I'll set, the meeting will activate for 50 minutes. After 50 minutes, it will be disconnected and you have to reconnect again. You can make this meeting reoccurrence also. So if you click on reoccurrence, so after 50 minutes, you can join this meeting with the same link. So you can put the email address of the attendees here with a comma or semicolon. And you can again make a Word file, then just copy paste. Show advanced options. So audio connection option, you can select the audio connection type. Use VoIP only. Then you can write the agenda of the meeting, why this meeting is being held here. And scheduling options. So in this, it will ask whether you would like your attendee should have the account on Cisco WebEx to attend the meeting, then you can click on this. Otherwise, it is not required. So do not check this box. Exclude password. So some people get confused in password. So you can exclude password also, or you can send also. That's not an issue. So join before host. Attendees can join meeting. We can set here. Before the start time, attendees can join meeting 5 minutes before the start time. So registration, it is not required. So just click on none also. And if you want, this option is not available in free version also. So email reminder, it will send the reminder automatically to the participants. So you can give a 30-minute reminder before the start of the meeting. They'll get the mail from the WebEx. Then edit meeting options. Select options what you want participants to have when meeting begins. So participant can chat. They can have the notes, whatever the sticky notes you write there. Participant can see them or they can write also. So if you don't want your participant can write, you can just unclick enable closed captioning. So whatever you speak, that will come. So attendee privilege, you can give the privilege to your attendees. So what if you say share any document or file, you can give the privilege to your attendee that they can save that document from meeting also. So if you want that they can save the document, just click on save. Otherwise, just unclick it. So they can print the document, they can annotate. Usually it should be unchecked, because if you give the privilege to annotate, they will write unnecessarily in your presentation. So don't give the annotate option to your students. So view, they can see the participant list, what other who other participants are connected. They can see the thumbnails. So by checking this, they can control the desktop remotely. Usually uncheck this. They can view any document of yours. They can view any page of yours. So these are the privileges. So participant in private chat, with whom participant can chat. Participant can send questions or messages to whom. They can send to host. They can send to presenter. They can send. Always uncheck this other participants. If you click on other participants, the participants will chat with themselves, and that create a lot of disturbance in the meeting. So only give the privilege to participant to chat with the host or presenter only. Do not give them privilege to chat with each other, because if you give them any assignment, they will discuss that assignment with each other. Then there is no way of giving any task to them. So kindly uncheck this. I would advise you to uncheck. Rest is up to you. Okay, then click save as a template. So whatever you done, just save as a template. So you do not need to do these setting again and again. Just save as a template. I save this as a test. So whenever I schedule a new meeting, I will use the same template. One thing I'll do, that is I'll change the time of the meeting. So it will come here. So whenever I have to schedule a meeting, I select the template from here, test template from here. So all the settings has already been done. So I just have to change the time and enter the participants attendance, and I can schedule a meeting. You can put the email address, just copy and paste. Then in advanced options, audio, you can select your microphone. We are using WebEx audio. This is a very important feature, entry and exit tone. Just click on no tone. Because if you click on beep, so whenever new participant will come, you will get a beep sound that will create a disturbance in the session. So always select no tone in this. In agenda, you can write the agenda of the meeting. Next, scheduling options. So it will ask you whether your participants require an account on the WebEx to join your meeting. So it is not required. So uncheck this box. Alternate host, if your internet if you have some network problem in between the meeting, so you can select the alternate host. Otherwise, it will randomly pick any of the participant and make him host. So you can select any host from here. So exclude password, that can also be unchecked. In registration, there is if you want a registration, then you can click on require attendee registration, and what are the fields you require in the registration, you can select from here. So whenever your participant join the meeting, they have to register before joining. They have to fill the form, and these are the you can check any of the box whatever you want in the registration form. So usually it is not required. So we usually selected none. It's an email reminder. This will send you automatic email reminder to the participant before 30 minutes. When meeting start, they'll get the reminder before 30 minutes. So in meeting options, select options that you want participants to have when meeting begins. They can chat, they can see the video of each other, they can see the notes, and enable closed captioning. So whatever you speak, that will come in as a subtitles if you click on this. Then file transfer option, then enable UCF rich media for attendees. Whatever the media you upload in the upload in your screen, they can have access to that. Then what attendee privilege, what privilege you want to give to your attendees. If you have shared any file, they can save that file, they can print that file, they can annotate that file. So usually if you have a PDF version, then you can give the privilege of save. Otherwise, don't give the option of save. And annotate, never check this box, because if you give the privilege of annotate, they will write unnecessarily in your PPT during the session. So always uncheck this annotate option. They can view the participant list. This can also be unchecked, because if they see the other participants, no, you can check also, but do not check here. Participants in private chat with. So if you check the other participants, if they will communicate with each other in the entire meeting, and that will create disturbance. So if you give any assignment to them, they will discuss the assignment with each other. But if you uncheck this box, they will not chat with each other. They can chat only with the presenter and the host. So always uncheck this box. Okay, so whatever the settings you have done, there is no need to do all the settings again and again. Just save this as a template. I have saved this as a template test. So whenever I schedule a new meeting, now click on schedule. Actually, I'm using my phone internet, so it is taking more time because LAN is not working. So as I'm using my phone internet, so it is taking more time. So in this way, your meeting will be scheduled. Then after that, you can go to the meetings. Your meeting will be here. With the option of start, you just have to click on start after when you need to start that meeting at the prescribed time. Okay. And this was about the WebEx meeting. Then the scheduling procedure is same in case of WebEx training and WebEx event. Only a good feature in WebEx training and event is that in WebEx training, you can mute all the participants, but they can unmute themselves also. So I'll always advise you to use WebEx event. If you're using the paid version, then use WebEx event. So without your permission, no one will be able to switch on the microphone. You can go to the My WebEx. Whatever meeting you have scheduled, you will get it here on My Meetings. So that meeting was not scheduled due to internet issue. So otherwise, if you schedule your meeting, it will appear here. Okay. So after the class is over, you can download the attendance. It will automatically fill the attendance of the participant whosoever is joining. So after your class is over, you can download the attendance. You just go to the My WebEx, My Reports. So if you have used a WebEx meeting, then you can click on the meeting attendance report. If you were using WebEx event, you can download the attendance report. If you click on the registration I told you about, so your registration report will be downloaded from here. Attendance report will be downloaded from here. So if you're using WebEx training, then you can download the report from your live training usage report. So my net is not working properly. So it is not opening event and training. How to schedule a session in event and training, that is same as in case of WebEx meeting. Just you have to download the attendance from here. In case of training, it's already mentioned. In case of event, you can download it from here. Okay. So this was all about WebEx. Now I have given the differences between the various video conferencing tool. Will be for 24 hours. After 24 hours, the meeting will be disconnected. You have to reschedule it again. And in case of GeoMeet, it's 23 hours 45 minutes. After 23 hours and 45 minutes, the meeting will be deactivated and you need to create a new session. In case of Zoom, the 40 minutes for free version and 24 hours for paid version. The pricing for Google Meet, one is you can use free also. Basic is for 125 per month. Basic is similar to free, so there is no need to buy basic version. You can use free version also instead of basic, because the participant limit is 100 in this. The only difference is that meeting lasts for long hours, but in case of free version also the meeting lasts for long hours. So basic to buy basic version is not necessary. The business version is for rupees 672 per month, and enterprises for 1650 per month. One thing here to be noted that you cannot buy a business version if you do not have a small business, or you cannot buy enterprise version if you do not have an enterprise. They sell the enterprise version to an enterprise only. So they will not give the enterprise version to individual. Okay, so same is the case with Cisco WebEx. Individual 1250 per month, business is 3050, and modern workspaces, their enterprise version is modern workspace, that is 4125 per month. And GeoMeet is free, and for Zoom, a pro version is 1124 per month. Then business is 1499, enterprise is again 1499. The difference between their business basic and enterprise version is in the participant limits. So I'll return in the next slide. So Zoom also have an enterprise pro version in which the participant limit is more. So this price is same, but they sell that to bigger enterprises whose employers are more. So this is a system requirement. You need a hardware, I mean a laptop with internal mic and camera, or Android phone or iPhone. Then operating system for Google Meet is Windows single or dual core or higher, or other IMD equivalent. Cisco WebEx also for operating system dual core 2 gigahertz or higher, i3, i5, i7 or other AMD equivalent processor will work. But in case of GeoMeet, they have specified on their side key only Windows 10 with Microsoft .NET framework and above minimum 4 GB RAM is required in case of Windows. In case of Mac, operating system version 10.13 and above. It will not work on lower version, and 2 GB RAM is required. Android operating system version 5.0 and above. Otherwise, it will not work on the lower version. iOS version 9 and above, minimum 1 GB RAM in case of iOS devices. In case of Zoom, it will work on the Windows dual core i3, i5, i7 processor, and the other requirements are same. If we talk about the participant limit, in case of a Google Meet, for free version, you can connect 100 participants. For basic, you can connect 100 again. The only difference is the time limit I already told you about. For business, in business, you can connect 150 participants, and enterprise version, you can connect 250. 250 is the limit. More than 250, you cannot connect through Google Meet. If we talk about the Cisco WebEx, then free version, you can connect 100 participants. In WebEx Meet, you can connect 1000. In training, you can connect 1000 again, but in event, you can connect 3000. If we talk about the GeoMeet, you can connect 100 participants again. So in Zoom, free version, 100 participants, but meeting lasts only for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, you have to connect again. And pro version is also 100. Business is 300. And enterprise 500. And enterprise pro also comes. Their participant limit is 1000. External camera can be connected to all these softwares. You just have to go to the video settings. You just need to go to the video settings and select the camera. I told you about how to select the camera in Google Meet and Cisco WebEx. So Mute all option is not available in Google Meet, but yes, it is available in Cisco WebEx, available in GeoMeet also, and in Zoom also. So real time sharing, what you can share in Google Meet, you can share your screen, application, browser. In Cisco WebEx, you can share your screen, application, whiteboard, file, browser. GeoMeet, you can only share your screen. There is no other option available. If screen sharing is available, then almost you can share anything. You can operate software also if your screen is shared. And in Zoom, you can also share screen, application, whiteboard, file, and browser. Recording is possible in the paid version of Google Meet, but not in the free version of Google Meet. In Cisco WebEx also recording is possible, but in GeoMeet you need an external encoder to record the meeting. Right now they have not given the record, but in future I hope they will give. So in Zoom also the recording can be possible. In Google Meet, if you are using the paid version of Google Meet, then the streaming option is available. Otherwise, if you are using the free version, then you can stream to OBS. I told you how to stream to OBS. In Cisco WebEx, no streaming is available, not in a Chrome and not in a Zoom. But you can use OBS to stream. You can always use OBS to stream your meeting. The cloud storage, yes, Google Meet gives 30 GB basic version and 1 terabyte in business and enterprise version. In free version also, Google is giving 15 GB to everyone. Cisco WebEx gives 7 GB. Here there is no cloud storage, and in Zoom there is no cloud storage. Email service support. The basic disadvantage of Google Meet is that only Gmail users can connect. If you have sent the invitation to Ymail, then they need a Gmail account to connect to the Google Meet. Same with the Google Classroom. They need a Gmail account to connect to the Google services. So only Gmail users can connect in Google services. But in case of a WebEx, GeoMeet, and Zoom, all email users can connect. So restrict access to lock meetings. In Google Meet, you cannot lock the meeting, but in all other platforms, you can lock the meeting. The browser support, Chrome, Mozilla, Android. You cannot use Internet Explorer in Google Meet, because if you're using Internet Explorer, then you need to download the plugins for latest plugins for audio and video again. Whenever you start the meeting from Internet Explorer, you need to download the latest plugins. Then only your Google Meet will work on the Internet Explorer. So they have mentioned to use a Chrome, Mozilla, or Android. In Cisco, GeoMeet also work well on Chrome, Mozilla, Android, and iOS. Zoom work well on Chromium Edge also. Inbuilt attendance system in Google Meet, you can take the attendance either through a Google Meet extension